Other thing I want to get to real quick. Jim Jones. They cleared him in the airport brawl. You know, I showed y'all Jim tossing that nigga on his head like he was at the riverboat in Alabama. It was like somebody threw their hat up like, get him, Jimmy. Right? But the police cleared them in that. It says Jim Jones' wild airport rumble made plenty of bumps and bruises, but it won't be a stain on anyone's criminal record. No one involved wants to press charges, and cops are backing Jim's version of events. The Dipset rapper got into a 2-on-1 tussle on the escalator at Fort Lauderdale Hollywood International Airport at the scene. And the scene resembled a WWE brawl spilling outside the ring. According to the police report, Jones told officers the altercation started when he stood up to collect his belongings from the first class overhead compartment as the plane landed. But before it came to a complete stop, he claims that prompted a fellow passenger, James Dos Santos, to confront him and push him in the chest. Jim said he grabs Dos Santos' arm, gave him a stern warning, and Dos Santos quickly apologized. However, Jim told cops another guy, Alexander Leck, also got involved by screaming at him from a different seat. Deputies were apparently called to the gate, but Jim declined to report the incident and headed to the baggage claim. According to the report, Lake continued to follow and antagonize Jim and attempted to make him flinch with a sudden movement, to which Jim didn't react. The hijinks continued when they got on the escalator. The report says Lake made a second jerk motion at Jim. Y'all know what that is, pump faking. And at Jim, lead him to Harlem Night to grab him and detain him until the deputies could get to the scene. Mind you, the video shows the detaining only happened after Jim had picked him up and tossed him down the escalator. That's a fact. Jim definitely hemmed him up after he told that nigga, yo, meet me downstairs, man. I'm going to talk to you. Jones said Lake then began swinging wild punches, and he turned around to find Dos Santos also throwing punches at him, all backed up in our video of the fight. Cops say airport surveillance video backed up what Jim told them about the incident. Another man, 94-year-old James Jackson, got caught in the whirlwind and had to be transported to Broward General Hospital for leg pain. Damn, they knocked over the 94-year-old man. Aw. Some of y'all better hope to live to be 94. Cops say leg wound up with bloody lacerations from his head being the escalator during the from his head meeting the escalator during the brawl. Why they say that? During the brawl. And he also went to the hospital. Jim emerged with purplish bruising underneath his right eye and even They gave Jim a shiner. Jim emerged with a purplish bruising underneath his right eye. And even though the video shows the other guy started everything, he wasn't interested in pressing charges. That go out to all y'all that was calling Jim a rat. He ain't pressed charges. Why y'all talking about he a rat? Jim Jones looked totally unbothered in the pics he took, and he posted of himself later on about the incident in Miami. All his time in the gym paid off when he needed it most. Goddamn right, boy. That nigga Jim tossed that nigga like he was luggage. And he was loading up the luggage cart. Jim gave that nigga a wedgie. That is the Riverboat Part 2, the escalator. We went from the water to the airport. Oh, that's the 94-year-old man in front of him. He was a casualty of war. That nigga Jim took that nigga up by his pants and tossed that like, I had enough of you, dude. Since the plane. Get your ass out of here. So, in other news, now, let me pull this up so y'all can see it, so y'all know what I'm talking about. And this one go out to you fellas. They got a little money in your pocket.